welcome your 2026 Philadelphia Eagles.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It's Graham Gano to get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 59 at quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
Find his receiver, Johnny Wilson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That non-verbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He's close to a first down. To gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
They'll go with the sneak, and he's going to have an Eagles first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
The man who spent his first 6 seasons as a Giant, Saquon Barkley. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This will be from 56 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. The rookie from Ole Miss put that one on target for the first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
Zach's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Dart gonna throw here on 2nd down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's gonna set up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. Forced out wide. Taking off, he'll try to get there. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I think a little bit of what's happened here, Mike, is this offense is having some trouble matching the level of physicality of the defense. So physically, they're getting beat at the point of attack, and I think these last two plays are a great example why.
A quick throw right side. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. Sanders' kick is good. And the Giants will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. Devontae Smith there to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Eagles offense ready to get going with their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. The former Panther in there for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. On play action, Hurts. Open man downfield is Brown. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a first down for Philly.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. A first down there on a gain of 12. They'll come up here, first and 10. A run with Barkley. Has some room inside the 30. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. All even, 3 apiece, the score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. They've got it second down and 12 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. On third down, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 6-3 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Scatterby. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
We give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
We'll go play action here with Dart. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. To the air again goes Dart. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Giants.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Here's a toss to Scatterboot, heading right. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Out of the gun, third down. It's Dart. Open man, that's Slayton. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A big-time play out of the G-men. And even 30 yards.
Pick it up, you're embarrassing us.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Well, left side, that's Johnson. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Slayton is the man in motion. They'll run out of the gun with Scatterboot. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
The idea here on second down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a third and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here, and I think on third and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
They'll try to throw it, and here's Dart. Left side in the hands of Nabler.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
For the field goal, a 21-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Here's Smith to return it. Whoa! They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On the ground, Barkley to start the drive. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Deontay Banks comes up to make the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. He's to the 15. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. Big-time play with Hurts and Brown. 56 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with him and take that play away.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question, 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
Good blocking, and he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will go up by 7.
Giants 6. Jake Elliott to kick
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll be looking to answer back. They trail 13-6 and start this one with 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's Dark. And we'll see where they spot this. Very close to a 1st down. He's forced out just shy of the mark.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
2nd and inches. Pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Now a 3rd and 2. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Here's Dart. You look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Dart's gonna throw it again. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter.
First down. A gain of 12. And the Giants first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To the air once more is Dart. He'll step up and run this. And nice work there. Going to a slide and gain about 7.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
To the air on second down. Dart. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
On third down, here is Dart. That one hauled in. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, New York.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That is hauled in at the 5. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
Giants first down. First and goal, New York.
Throwing again, Dart. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
You know, kind of interesting. You don't see a lot of teams play dime personnel down here in the real low red zone, Mike, but great job by the defensive coordinator anticipating pass, right personnel, right coverage, and really muddied up that back end for the quarterback.
He'll just chuck this one to the sideline. Receiver in the area, so no grounding, but it's third down.
Yeah, and I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has 2 more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
On third and 1, it's Dart. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jackson Dart. Touchdown, New York.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
So now this to get him back to even heading into the break. His kick is good. And the Giants will tie things up here in the first half. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Man in motion is Smith. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. Open man, Devontae Smith. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Olszewski now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboot. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Marcus Epps up from the secondary to make the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Once again, it's Scatterboot. He's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of
20-yard pickup there. That's good for a Giants first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, they find themselves in a tight game here in the second half, and they're thinking, we got to get this guy going. He hasn't done much up until this point, but man, you talk about making a play when your team needed it. That's the kind of play that sparks the offense, and now see if they can finish this drive with some points.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. And Tyrone Tracy was the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking them down and took them down for a loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of shotgun, it's Dart. And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. They send Britton Covey back deep. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The Eagles offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. They'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Neville Hewitt, the defender there for the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 7. Looks like a design run. Hurts has it. A gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
That's good for Eagles. 1st down.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Giants offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing is Dart. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Trying to connect with Cam Scatteraboo coming out of the backfield. It's 2nd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On 2nd down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Giants.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Giants
That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
They look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
15 more yards.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 31.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground.
And he's in! Cam Scattaboo! Touchdown, Giants.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Sanders here for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Giants will go up by 7.
20. Eagles 13.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Britton Covey now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He takes off, and Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down.
15 yards on the play. And an Eagles first down. First and 10.
They got to do a better job against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On second down, Barkley. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
On third down, it's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
On first and 10, it's Barkley. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Paulson Adebo is there to make the play.
At the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Second down, they need 7. To throw is Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 19 in the air. First down, Philadelphia.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here. And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
A second down throw for Hurts. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Hurts now on 3rd and 2. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
And less than a yard.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
First down.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, 1st down.
We're out of the gun. They give it to Barkley. And he will get into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. Pass complete to Neighbors. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
A run straight ahead with Scalaboo.
A 7-yard gain. And the Giants' 1st First down. First and 10.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Right back to Scatterboot on first down. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost the yard there.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
On second down, Dart. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. Fourth quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Off the bootleg. The Eagles have it. To the 20. He rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will go up by 7.
27, Giants 20. Jake Elliott to kick
So the
off
lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Olszewski now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense and their quarterback Jackson Dart heading back out to the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On the play fake, here's Dart. He keeps it himself. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
And the Giants first down.
Motion man is the tight end going right. On the give, Scatterboot. And he is putting in the work. Dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Dart going to keep this on his own read. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 13. That's good for a Giants first down.
A gain of
and we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
This one broken out. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
He's out of bounds right
really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Eagles offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He runs with it. He will stay in bounds to keep the clock moving as he goes down on his own. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Throwing is Hurts. To the left side and taken in by Smith. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards, able to convert on that 3rd and 3.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And they'll take this down inside the 35. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
The middle with Barkley, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they face 2nd down and 7. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held.
Still 2nd down.
They'll run. It's Barkley. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. And that's not going to do it. They'll get about 3, but it's 4th and long coming up.
At the 16-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Here is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Dart gonna throw here on 2nd down. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
The Philly faithful making some noise on their feet before 3rd down. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll go, and here's Dart. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
Hurts down to a knee, and that will wrap this one up. So it's a win here for the Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.